What is going on YouTube? Hit it back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, we're going to be looking at Ethereum, we're going to be looking at Litecoin. Guys, if you can't tell already, I'm super excited and for good reason. One of you guys actually sent me a message on my Twitter telling me to check out the market, and I know I didn't make a video sooner, and that's because I've been super busy running around. As you guys know, I'm home, but more specifically, we're going to be focusing in on these cryptos. He told me in text, Bitcoin just dropped to $6,800. What are we going to do? And I want to explain that in today's episode, discussing what it is that we are going to do, how we're going to make some crap ton of money, and how we're going to short this coin. As you guys know, all the cryptos are starting to drop. Bitcoin's dropping, Ethereum's dropping, Litecoin's dropping, XRP is dropping, the coin market is down. Tons and tons and tons of stuff is going down right now. So if you haven't already, definitely make sure to watch this video to the end so you guys learn how to make money too. Make sure to subscribe, as you can see right here. Turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, yesterday we left off in a video discussing the XRP Ripple imminent rally, potentially expecting to see 1,000% gains on XRP. We're going to continue off of that basis, discussing what it is that we found, what it is that's going on, and how exactly we're going to be making and cashing out on Bitcoin and XRP. Now, for those of you that don't know, yesterday we did make a video discussing the fact that there is some sort of massive descending triangle forming on this coin, and now it's time that we actually go in depth into the technical analysis and figure out what it is that we're trying to do. So before we jump into this, let's move on over to the current coin market cap. You can see what it is that I'm referring to. So huge shout out once again for the person that reached out to me. You know who you are. Thank you for that. I was actually just about to make a video and you made me jump off my ass and run right back into it. As you guys can see, top 10 cryptocurrencies, and literally the whole market is down. It's in red. Everything is dropping. You can see we're retracing about 3 to 7% all across the board. Litecoin's down 7.6, Bitcoin's down 3, XRP's down 5.2. Market is starting to drop. Why is that? Let me explain what it is. We're going to be looking at XRP. We're going to be cross-examining this with Bitcoin, because as you guys know, Bitcoin has been showing some massive signs as to where this coin can be going to. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, don't know where we left off, a couple of days ago, or I'd say about a week ago, we did something called the bar pattern. And what we did was we took the bars pattern right here and we drew this onto the coin. We went boom and we dragged it all the way to where we are right now. And we literally copied the bars, and all I did was move it on top of the previous breakout that we're seeing right now. As you guys can see, this is the previous 2017 to 2018 bull run that we had in all of Bitcoin. You can see right here. Then we saw a breakout to the downside, about a 35% retracement, and then all I did was I dragged the previous one on top of the one that's happening right now between 2018, or sorry, yeah, between 2019, all of 2019, we had a major spike upwards. We saw the retracement downwards. You can see how perfectly this aligns with each other. And you can see right at the tip, we're starting to break downwards. You can see right here. Now, I want to talk about what's going on right now. If we're going to head lower, if we're going to consolidate back up, what exactly is going on with the market, and what exactly should we do and advance in making money and shorting this cryptocurrency. So what exactly do we have planned? What's the game plan? What are we doing? How are we tracking Bitcoin? How do we know what's going to happen? Well, when we put this previous breakout of the 2017 breakout and the 2018 breakout on top of what's happening right now in 2019, we noticed that the pattern is almost identical. We know from the start we saw the consolidation upwards. We can even like extend this like this. I don't know why I had it downwards before, but we saw the consolidation. We saw how in sync everything seems to be, even to the point of breakout. We saw the consolidation, very similar to what we're seeing right now. And then we knew right at the end we tempted to break downwards. You can see right at the end we saw that little dip right here and then consolidated back into 2020. So 2020 is going to be huge, guys. We're going to see a massive rally, easily up to $13,000 again, but we are going to be experiencing a small short in the coin, a small correction to the downside, and this is where we're going to capitalize off of. We're going to capitalize off of this right here. That's where we're going to be making some profit right now. So as you guys know, we are retracing. We are seeing a consolidation point. We are heading lower. What exactly does that mean? As you guys know, I do have a support here, so we actually are retesting support as we speak. And this means that we are pretty much foreshadowing what will be the future in the dip. So one thing to consider is we have broken below this uptrend in the past, and we did consolidate back up. back upwards. So that doesn't mean right now that we are going to continue to break downwards. It is possible, but there are other options we have to consider. This retracement may happen. We may see this massive blow off to the downside, but we have to factor in that there's a chance we could consolidate up. We could see this retrace back upwards and then trend outwards and then break down. It's definitely on that border. So I don't want you guys to factor that out of the equation. But if we can continue to break downwards, if we can close today's candle below the white uptrend, we are ultimately due to be breaking downwards. Now I know we are extremely near or extremely close to being oversold right now, but you can also see that on the MACD we're getting very close to seeing this bearish cross right here, which is an ultimate indicator that we are going to be heading lower. So we have to factor that into the equation as well. The same thing applies to obviously XRP, which we'll discuss in a second. You'll notice that XRP is also breaking downwards. We're heading lower. You can see that's on the weekly. Let's jump into the daily. You can see what it is that we're doing. So ultimately, XRP doesn't look to be as bad as Bitcoin, but it is foreshadowing what could be happening. Obviously, XRP is retesting what appears to be its previous massive support. As I extend this outwards and, go back in history, you can see exactly what I'm referring to. This is all previous support. We do have our bottom support at 16 cents. If history repeats itself and Bitcoin breaks below and we experience this major downtrend that we're expecting, which we can grab a price range, you can see this is about a 31% dip. This 31% dip over XRP will include us retracing to 16 cents. This is about 30%. Very oddly enough, this is about 30% right down to here. So this is a possibility. There's a very high chance we're going to be retracing down to here if Bitcoin continues to break bearish. So how do we make money off of this, guys? Because that's what all you guys are asking. How are we going to make money? Obviously, shorting is the answer. For those of you that are new to the channel, or for those of you that have been watching, you know that I've been using DueDEX. You know that I've been shorting cryptos for quite a while now since I've figured out DueDEX. For those of you that don't have DueDEX, I highly recommend you take advantage of the market before we see this massive retracement and sign up to DueDEX. They also offer a sign-up bonus, but definitely check it out. It's the first link in the description. It's huge. This is one of the only websites that I recommend in regards to shorting crypto. It's the easiest, and I actually have been making quite a bit of money off of here. You can see I have been stacking my Bitcoin. I've been waiting for this moment that we've been talking about. You can see we have the option to sell and to short, and I will be selling and shorting this cryptocurrency today on today's video. So I will be shorting this later on into the video, but for right now I want to continue explaining XRP and Bitcoin, and then we will set this short position as we head lower. So obviously, like I said, there is still that slight chance that we could consolidate up. There is this slight chance we could head right back into here, consolidate upwards, and then retrace lower. It's bound to happen. So whether we buy into here and then we consolidate down, whether we buy into here, we consolidate up and then break down, it's bound to break down ultimately. That's where the market's been showing. That's the ultimate signs. And then you can clearly see that we're honestly going to be expecting, and anticipating a massive rally to the upside coming into 2020. So for the moment right now, what we're trying to make the most money off of is this consolidation point, this break to the downside, this retracement. This is the money maker right here. 30% drop is going to be much bigger when we decide to leverage trade it on DueDEX. So that same thing applies to XRP. If you guys have XRP and you know you can short it on whatever website or exchange you use, then consider shorting this coin because there's a high chance we're going to retrace lower. Now obviously we are oversold, but we're also seeing that same bearish cross on XRP. There's a chance we could head lower, but we're hitting a support right now. So if we see a closing candle on the daily below the red support, there's a very high chance we're going to fall back down to 16 cents, consolidate out, and then see that breakout. Same time Bitcoin decides to consolidate out and then break back to the upside just like that. So keep a very close eye, guys. We're heading lower. This is huge. We're testing a support where there's a very big chance we're going to fall and break to the downside. But we're going to take a risk, guys. I'm no financial advisor. All I'm doing is showing you my trades and what I do with the market like this and how I make money. We've been patient. We've been waiting for this, as you guys know, and I've seen all the comments. Why don't I buy in? Because I've been waiting for opportunities like this where there's a higher percentage of a return. I don't like to be an aggressive buyer. I don't like to be moderate. I'm more on the conservative side. Sometimes I'm a moderate trader, but for right now, this looks like a play, a move that could profit quite a bit. Now, this is just a hobby for me, so I enjoy doing moves like this and waiting for the perfect time because, you know, slow and steady wins the race, guys, as you know. Don't be that rabbit who loses. So expect the retracement. That's what I'm going to do. Obviously, take this with a grain of salt, what you guys do. I'm going to be buying into the coin and shorting You guys can do whatever you want with that. I'm no financial advisor. Whatever I do is not, I really don't want to be responsible for a mistake in the market. Obviously, if we do decide to go up, I'll be losing money as well. But, you know, consider that. Watch some other videos here. You know, I'm not the only YouTuber, so check out some other people, what they're saying, and then make your educated decision on here. If that's what you want to do, buy in and retrace lower and make some profit. Now, before we go into buying on DueDEX, I want to discuss Litecoin and Bitcoin as other factors as towards why I do believe we are going to be heading lower. So right now we're looking at Litecoin. Litecoin is seeing the same bearish cross on its MACD, as well as it's also entering oversold. But the biggest factor that we're seeing that's different than the other cryptos is you can see we've been inside what appears to be a descending triangle. A descending fractal. You'll notice we have a support, we have a resistance. This is clearly our support right here on the bottom. We have a clear resistance up here at the top. You'll notice that every time we consolidate outwards and retest this resistance, we tend to break bearish and we fall back down to support. We retested it right here, we fell back down to support. We retested it here, we fell back down to support. Retested it here, fell back down to support. Same exact thing is going to happen. Very, very, very high chance that Bitcoin is going to drop as well. You can see on the price range, a good 18% drop is in motion for Litecoin. Same thing goes with Ethereum. Ethereum has a wider, but still a bearish fractal forming right here. Also consolidating downwards. You can see the same exact things has happened. Every time we hit resistance up top, we break bearish and we consolidate back down. Same thing happened here. This was a little bit overextended, but we retraced downwards. What appears to be, it looks like we broke what appears to be a massive support on Ethereum, and it's very, very, very high chance that we are going to pull all the way back down to our bottom support, which is about a 22% dip, about $32 on the coin. So if you have other options, I know DueDEX will be allowing or opening up other cryptos to short, then take advantage of that. But if you guys do have XRP, consider that XRP and Bitcoin act the same. We know that based on the current coin market cap that the coins all swing with each other. So it doesn't make sense to just have all your money in XRP. You can easily switch this over on an exchange into Bitcoin and short Bitcoin here on DueDEX. I highly recommend that you take advantage of this and, you know, allow this as another tool in your toolbox to make some money. So how exactly are we going to be buying in? So as you guys can see, I do have money available. All I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be leveraging this by 10. So whatever I'm putting in is leveraged by 10, and I'm going to open a short position on the market right here. And then I'm going to obviously you know, open that position and hope that we head lower, because I honestly anticipate we do. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going on to Google, and I'm going to type in Bitcoin to US dollar, so I get that calculation right there. Then I'm going to see I have 0.22 available. So let's leverage trade with $1,000. I know that sounds a lot, but let's do it. $1,000 is 0.15 0.15 Bitcoin. So we're going to enter in our quantity of 0.15 Bitcoin. It gives us a running total right there, a notional value right there. I want to check something out right now. Okay, we're going to do this by 10 right here, and you can see that we do have a short and a long. There is, I believe, a small cost, but ultimately we have 0.0021 of notional value, which I think is a little different, 0.0021. So we're actually, I don't even know how that works, to be honest with you. I do know that we can short, so let me try this again. Let's do one time. Let's leverage trade with one time, and you can see that's, let's see, 0.15. 0.15. Why isn't it letting me type that in? 15. Oh, I actually have to type in the US dollars. I don't even know why I did that. I'm stupid. Excuse me. So instead of typing in the Bitcoin value, you're actually typing in the quantity that you want, which is 1,000. That gives me a notional value of 0.145 of Bitcoin. That makes sense. Then we would click sell and short on the market. We can see we're trending at 6875. There's a small gap. We're going to click that. We're going to click sell short, and we're going to click confirm position right here. And now we have order successfully created. It gets added to our active orders. You can see right here with the short position opened, you can see once this active order becomes filled, it will open up in our positions where we can watch this, and at any point we can close it by clicking that. So the order is currently in the market right now. When the order gets filled, it will short the coin, and it will buy it all, and it will complete it, and then the short will be in, and then whenever we want to close the position, we can just click close. Now, honestly, looking at Bitcoin, it looks like we're going to head lower. Honestly, all the other cryptos, Litecoin, Ethereum, are all giving signs that they look like they want to head down. These are the strong suits right now. As we know, Ethereum's number number 2, Ethereum is breaking bearish. We can see Litecoin is also breaking bearish from what appears to be a resistance and a support right here. So it looks like it's falling, and this should sink Bitcoin in with it. So we should expect to see Bitcoin be breaking down. We should be expecting to see a 30% drop over the long term, but for right now, we're expecting to see that retracement happen. Obviously, XRP is in the same ballpark. We should be expecting XRP to be breaking down. It merely just matters if we can break through this support right here. But otherwise, Bitcoin is retracing, and we did just put that short position in. So you can see it's still an active order right now. Whenever this closes, we will be opened in a position. Otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.